Hey guys, how's it going? It's Gravekid here from Glowstone Games, and it's been a while coming, but guess what? We're back with Podcast Supreme. I am here with my partner Bailey,
Hey.
and of course our former member Geek Things.
Hi, I'm not his life partner.
No kidding, and
It's
our
Bailey.
our guest slash co-partner in Glowstone Games, Sly Coops.
Greetings.
So
That was incredibly quiet.
that
So-
was what.
For those of you who don't know what the fuck Podcast Supreme is, it's this podcast group that we started like a year ago, and we did like 7 podcasts, and then we stopped. I think the last one we did was like something about the 2DS, so that was a long time ago. And
What was it?
yeah, it was all on our friend Zach's channel, but he like dropped off the face of the earth. And so we wanted to do podcasts again, so we're starting it up again. So yeah.
All right.
Don't worry,
Well,
guys. Totally.
we've got everybody introduced here. So let's go into the first topic here, and we'll start with the newcomer. Sly, what have you been up to for this past year? I guess you could say.
Year? Wow.
The whole
I haven't
year.
been around that.
I'm kidding.
That's
I'm-
nice. The whole year
Listen.
of 2014 until now.
No, I'm kidding.
Sly,
Anyway, what have you been
Sly
up to?
is 1 year old. He doesn't
Dude.
remember.
Right, he's a kid.
Wah. Wah.
No, seriously though, what have you been up to?
Other than my wonderful job at the World of Walmart,
Great.
I love that MMO. It's so good.
I've been playing some Hyrule Warriors, Smash,
Mhm.
got Bayonetta 2 yesterday, Mario Kart 8, Monster Hunter.
Talk about all
Um,
of those in excruciating detail.
No, let's not say we did.
Let's,
I thought we were going to get to that point eventually anyway.
How does that
Yeah,
make you
that's what we're
feel?
doing.
Well, got Hyrule Warriors on release day and immediately started that up.
Keep going.
I cannot get over how fucking great Ganondorf is.
Yeah,
he is
Sly's,
just-
Sly's in love with Ganondorf.
Oh,
Yes,
he's so good.
Mhm.
Like seriously, you feel the power he has in every single one of his combo attacks, and he just runs around and destroys everything, absolutely everything,
Without fail.
everything.
Also, he has glorious hair.
Does he
Oh,
have
God, yes.
unlimited power?
Yes,
Possibly.
Mm,
he destroys everything without fail,
Unlimited power.
yes.
unless unlimited power.
God damn it.
Not good. It's not the best.
Also,
I've heard the best.
I haven't tried hard enough, so
Oh,
there
God.
you go. Some other day. Next.
Next.
What is next? I've been playing through Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright because it took me forever.
I've never played a Layton game.
I've tried playing a Layton game once and got stuck on what would have been a really easy puzzle and gave up.
Wow.
So, but I have
feel
played
like
a
I
lot of
would like
Phoenix
that.
Wright's games. I loved the one for the 3DS that came out. That was really good. But I actually had tried to start playing Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton, and I put it down for a while and just didn't play it. But lately I've been playing it while I'm at work on my lunch periods, and I'm really getting involved in the story.
Mhm.
The puzzles aren't all too challenging this time around. I'm actually having a pretty good time going through. I'm not usually really... I may use a few hit coins, but...
Okay, that was weird. The recording just crapped out on me. This is a great start for a reboot of this podcast, but yeah. Anyway, so when it stopped recording, Sly was talking about Phoenix Wright, but then we went on to talk about Bayonetta and stuff. So yeah.
So just a really quick recap, Sly. Just kind of summarize what you kind of said.
Yeah.
Phoenix
Basically,
Wright versus Professor Layton was good.
basically
I'm playing Bayonetta
is-
1 before Bayonetta 2.
and Bayonetta's fucking crazy.
Bayonetta's fucking crazy, but I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I could be better, but I'm liking it. Smash is good. Hyrule Warriors is good.
Yeah.
Video games are good in general.
Video games.
One more thing I forgot to mention. Risk of Rain updated and added 10 new items and 2 new classes. So I'm really enjoying the new items that I've gotten so far and the 2 new classes. I've unlocked both of them, the chef and the loader.
Cool.
All right.
And the chef is really good because he's got like an oven chest piece. And one of his abilities does knockback, but it has a little ding before you activate it. So it's like ding.
Oh, ding.
It's very satisfying, like a timer ding.
Gotcha. Okay,
Alright,
so
well-
Jordan, what have you been doing? What have you been playing?
Me?
Yeah.
Kind of been, bouncing from here and there to wherever you want to say. I mean, if I want to go back far enough, I guess the one thing I was playing for a little bit was Tales of Xillia 2 because it came out this year.
How was
Which
that? It didn't look that good to me when I was watching you play it.
It did something very odd, which I didn't expect them to do, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Like, they made the main protagonist a silent protagonist, which doesn't work in a Tales game.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to.
Luger or Ludger, however you prefer to pronounce his name is.
It's one of those characters.
Yeah, his name is...
with a vague pronunciation of his name. Like
Yeah,
Titus.
They call him... I think they call him Luger in the game, I believe. But he's got no voice, and he's kind of, like, bland. The one thing that was really cool about it, though, is that I think he's the first character that can switch weapons on the fly and do different moves based on what weapon he has equipped. Which was very interesting for a Tales character, because not very many of them, if at all, they do that. So it was a really interesting switch to the battle system. And then after that came, I guess right after that was Hyrule Warriors, like Sly said.
Yeah, you've been
playing a bit of
lot
that. Yeah, I really enjoy that game. It's actually genuinely really fun. I've never played a Warriors game before it, and I enjoy it pretty well. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but it's just really fun. I kind of wish they had the co-op online, but that's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Though. And I guess the more recent game is Smash Brothers, of course. Most of us here have it. Playing a lot. I've been playing a lot of that as well, whenever I can.
Trying to learn Lucina.
Lucina / Marth, whatever you prefer. I guess between that and I guess that's about it. Give or take. Stuff I bought that was older stuff like Project Diva F, and the 2 Resident Evil games, Revelations 1 HD for PS3, and for some reason I bought this game again, but Operation Raccoon City.
Oh God, really?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I know it's bad, and it is genuinely bad.
Yeah, it's
but
a really
I
bad game.
I seem to just enjoy it for what it is.
Have any of you been playing the Evil Within? I think is what it's called. The new game by him.
I seen it played, but when I seen it played,
shit. It honestly looks like an awful game.
It definitely is. It has no feel of Resident Evil at all.
It looks exactly like Resident Evil 4, like gameplay wise.
Gameplay wise, but that's all. That's the extent of it.
But the thing is, like, it tries to like guise itself as a horror game, but it's really not a horror game. It's just like, here, have a bunch of fucking gore everywhere, and for like absolutely no reason, like inhumane amounts of gore, and then just like shitty gameplay and shitty story and characters and stuff like that.
Like,
it's really, really, really bad from what I've seen.
I watched somebody play it up to the first part where you finally are in like the open world part, I guess. The first part of that was really, genuinely gave me a chill because you're being chased around by a chainsaw zombie thing, whatever you want to call it, and
Yeah,
you're stuck in a hospital. That is creepy as shit.
that whole like premise seems just really overdone to me. Like
But
I think that if you're gonna have a game where you're in a hospital with a chainsaw monster, it should be a game just about being in a hospital with a chainsaw monster. Like Alien
exactly,
Isolation, like you're in a ship with an alien with a xenomorph, and occasionally a person here and there will show up, but they want to kill you and shit like that. Like
Mhm.
that's a good premise for a horror game, but like the Evil Within is just ugh. It
like
like
it,
jumps from Resident Evil to like Outlast back and forth,
yeah, like I
and
don't
it's just
understand
bad.
that because like it's guy from the guy that did the first Resident Evil, and
Hmm.
I still think the first Resident Evil is one of the best, and I love being I for the horror spec of it, I love being stuck in a place where I know I'm in danger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
That's the whole point.
and the Resident Evil 1 does it very well because you're stuck in this mansion and you have no idea what's in this mansion.
Right.
And I've always said that. Speaking of that game, they are actually doing a HD remaster
Hmm.
of the very first Resident Evil on PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, and Xbox One.
Another one.
Yes, they are remastering the GameCube remaster,
The RERE make.
the RE remake. Yep. But so I'll be generally I'll be picking that up for sure. In the future. Um,
Hopefully it's not
but
bad.
it can't be. It's the first game. The only thing that they're changing is the camera is going to work different.
Yeah.
But that's optional. So I know I won't be turning it on. But that's optional. But other than that, that's all I've been doing for the past couple months, give or take. I guess myself and Geek Things have a friend that we're getting our retro games from, and that's kind of the excitement in my life, I guess you could say.
You said you got the old Fire Emblem games, the Japanese Famicom Fire Emblem
That is
games.
correct. I have both of the Marth. I guess they're his games. Fire Emblem 1 and 2, Part 1 and Part 2 are what they're called because they're two separate cartridges.
Hmm.
I did get them from Joseph. And I kind of tried playing it. Of course, I can't understand a word it says because they were never ported over here.
Right.
But to be honest, it sticks to the. I mean, it is the first game,
Hmm.
but it is pretty loyal to its original concept,
Hmm. You mean
and
like
it's really well
Fire
done.
Emblem Awakening is like really
Yeah, it's really
it's Fire
really
Emblem game.
close. Yeah, it's really really close.
It doesn't feel
Of course,
primitive or anything.
exactly.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah, but that's about it. A lot of the retro game stuff is coming from Joe.
Okay.
Well, I'll hand it off to Geek Things.
It's about time.
Damn it.
Best person here. No, I'm just messing with you. Zach's the best person here. Anyways, so yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff. PS4 came out, and that kind of took over my life. I played Tales of Xillia 2 a little bit. I haven't played it in a billion years, probably since I stopped talking to Greg Fit, or he stopped talking to me. Either way.
Vice versa.
Um,
He's
so I've
too
been
good
playing a
for
lot of
you.
stuff. Well, maybe. I got a few platinum trophies recently, or relatively over the last couple months. Wolfenstein, the New Order. I got a platinum trophy in that. That was actually a really fun game. I didn't know what to expect. It was actually pretty good. As long as they get away from that occult stuff. I like that. I like Wolfensteins that aren't too crazy into weird ghosts and
Yeah.
monsters. It's really weird. It's like, don't do that.
Yeah, I heard that game is good.
It actually was very good. And then I got a platinum on Infamous Second Son. I know it's been out for a while, but Infamous, the last two Infamouses, I get away from for like months and months and months. I go back and I get addicted to it. So I went through it and bam, bang bang boom, I knocked
Yeah.
that out.
I love Infamous.
Yeah, it's a really good series.
Yeah.
I've been recently been playing. Let's see, Shadow of Mordor, pretty cool game. It looks pretty great. I like murdering captains. It's very fun because they talk to you and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna kill you," and then I'm like, "Oh, you know what? No more head for you," and it's really cool. Overall, I've been playing a lot of Destiny. Yeah.
Destiny.
Destiny's taken over my life.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have its baby, and we're gonna name it Destiny 2.
Happily married.
Happily married to Destiny. Three
Moved
characters.
to the country.
3 characters of level 28, 26, and 25.
Ooh, you guys
so
got busy.
I spent a lot of time on it. Definitely, probably 6 or 7, 8 days worth of in-game time. So, decent amount. It is repetitive, but since it's Bungie made Halo, it's pretty decent at the mechanic of a first-person shooter. So it's solid enough to where you just play just because it feels good to shoot things.
Right.
And I played a little bit of Hyrule Warriors. I had it for like a month. Just unwrapped it, played it. It's pretty good, but I think it's one of those games where I'm gonna play a little bit, leave it alone, go back and forth, just because it's it's a Dynasty Warriors type thing where you're like, well, how many people can I kill? I mean,
I feel like that's the kind of game that I would just play through the story once and then never touch it until I just feel like I want to play it, kind of thing, like I did with Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I haven't really touched that since we last played that.
Yeah,
it's really cool, but I don't know. It's
Me and Sly have been playing it.
Let's fight this monster for 2 hours, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Die!
When you play Monster Hunter, you just kind of enter this contract of monotony, but it's a fun monotony. Anyway,
I love fun
it's. Let's spend an hour killing this monster, so we can kill it again faster.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or you basically it can go when you're playing it, it basically can go when you finally have higher gear and stuff, you go back and you kill this monster and you're like, fuck yes! Took me an hour to kill you the first time and you got killed in 2 minutes! How do you like that, bitch? I'm gonna use you and wear your skin!
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna kill you, make a weapon out of you, and beat your brothers and sisters with it.
It's definitely really, really rewarding, if anything.
It is. There are also some moments where you fight the Elder Dragon monsters, and they're just fucking massive. The Genmaran is amazing because it's this giant ass monster in the desert, which is basically treated like an ocean. And you pull alongside this thing, and for the first portion, you're either shooting harpoons at it, or when it gets close enough to the ship, you can hop off onto its back and start attacking it.
That's pretty kick-ass.
It is probably one of the most badass fights that I've ever had. Is fighting the Genmaran, and there are so many different weapon types that it just can suit pretty much anybody who plays the game.
Yeah.
Steep beginner's learning curve, but once you know how to play the game, it's a lot easier.
Yeah. The learning curve is incredibly steep. Almost like when I got Monster Hunter Freedom Unite 2, I think, on PSP a few years ago, and I was so mad at that game because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I didn't want to look at a guide because I got the game and I started playing it and I just looked at it and was like, this game is way too complicated for me, and I just gave up on it.
And there's also fun shit that you can do too, the Gobool. If you have a frog, when you go to the flooded forest, you can fish out the Gobool.
Yeah.
And it just it flops into the air and lands on its back and flops around like a fish, and it's hilarious.
Anyway.
And then, of course, all the monsters are...
Anyway, Geek Things was talking.
Yeah, there was monsters. It was really cool.
Monsters are really cool. The
I taught it how to speak English.
The designs
pretty
are
cool.
Fish out the Gobool and teach it to speak English.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my dog.
God damn it.
We're on Pluto. Anyways, yeah, and then, the Smash Brothers, of course, and I've been playing a little bit of it here and there. At first, I was like, I really don't like this because how can you play?
3DS.
How can you play a game like this on a 3DS?
Yeah.
It's like the buttons. I was like, God, I don't know. I don't. For some reason, I can't control this motherfucker.
That was
What buttons?
me
What
the
again?
demo.
Ah!
That was me the whole demo. It's like,
what's the
I don't know
buttons?
if I can play this, guys. This is hard.
What?
I knew as soon as the Wii U version's out, I'm like, okay, well, fuck this one.
Yeah.
And the
I don't
player,
care about
and
this
then
one.
but the player, the smasher inside of me spoke to me and said, "You fucking play this game and you learn these goddamn controls, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Are you gonna use?
You're not a real smasher if you can't learn these controls."
Are you gonna use the 3DS as the controller when the Wii U version comes out?
God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone's
Real
gonna-
Smash player adapts to his surroundings.
I'm gonna do 3DS for the rest.
Also, you're pretty crazy if a voice inside of your head is telling you what to do.
Also, buttons.
Technically, it is.
Buttons.
Buttons.
Time for a special announcement.
Announcement.
Buttons.
Who doesn't like buttons?
God damn it.
My cat's name's Buttons.
That'd be great. Time for a special announcement. Buttons. And it just shows a cat.
Buttons the cat.
Buttons the cat.
Anyway,
Tabby cat. Tabby cat.
I'm gonna get a Mewtwo amiibo and call it Buttons now.
Nice.
Which amiibo
So-
will be your first amiibo?
I really want amiibo. Amiibos.
I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna train a Little Mac, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna be me as Little Mac fighting with Little Mac, and you'll
Yeah.
cry. Everyone will cry.
I'm gonna.
We got a time slot for this, so
I'm gonna get a Charizard amiibo and call it Jahan.
yes.
John.
I'm gonna get a Little Mac and call him Mini Me.
Johan.
Yo.
Go.
Anyway,
All right, though, geek things. So what's what else was up?
I don't know. I got a ceiling over here. It's actually a drop ceiling. It's pretty cool. I like it. There's some cobwebs. It's fine.
Wow.
I mean, since the last time we did a recording, though, you have relocated.
Yeah, I'm living in the state of Iowa now, chilling out, Central Time Zone. It's pretty cool. It's 11:27 right now. You guys are chilling out at about 12:27.
Will you
It's pretty cool.
Will you please give us your exact latitude and longitude so we can come and murder you?
You can sure as hell try. Can try.
That sounds good to me.
But and of
We'll
course,
call it a
you've
date.
made
You
course.
would.
you've made your retro collection even bigger than it was.
I have. I've gotten many of games over the years. Not too much, I guess, relatively recently because I don't have a store to go to. There's a store about 15 miles away, but it doesn't seem to. People don't seem to be either. They're not selling retro games to them. I mean, they sell them, but they're not like bringing them in, or people are snatching them up. So every time I've been there, I've gotten like these, a couple common games, but nothing crazy. And I can't. Garage sales have been misses. Like no video games, or of course there's always the PS2 sports game titles.
Awesome.
It's like more baseball and football. Come on,
Sounds
where's the good shit? Where's your stash, man?
Where's your good shit?
You fucking got it. It's underneath a floorboard somewhere.
good.
You
Need
got
more
goddamn.
fix, dude. Come on.
You got Legend of Zelda on the GameCube down there. I see it.
The
I know it's down
GameCube
there.
cartridge.
You got the GameCubes. You got the Wind Wakers and the Ocarina of Time, and you got the demo disc with the Master Quest.
Speaking of which, that's what you got one of those, didn't you?
Yeah, I did actually.
Are those valuable?
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Oh god.
They're not like, oh, it's so valuable, I can buy a house with it, or a small bike.
What's the most
But it-
valuable game you own?
Oof, that's a tough one. What the most
That's-
valuable game I have? Might be. It could be. I think maybe Mega Man X3
Really?
might be the most
Wait,
valuable. I
You
think.
got X3?
Yeah, I've had X3.
Well, I know that for a fact, X3 is worth 150 by itself.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
how about that? With them apples. I need X2. Give me X2. I need X2. I got it at the one place. I talked to you about it back in the day.
Yeah, you did.
They would do like 50% off games. sometimes if you subscribe to their text message or whatever. So that's what I got. I was like, well, I'll take that.
Wow.
50% off, please. They're like, okay. So
50% off the most valuable game in your store.
that's what I usually did. I was like, okay, well, I'll save that for when you
Yeah.
guys
The most
have a
valuable.
deal and I'll buy it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not actually. Oh wait, I typed in the wrong thing.
It's pretty much what I do with Steam.
I'd say probably, considering all the games that I have and the conditions that are in as physical copies, I'd say the most rare would be probably the Melee disc I recently acquired.
Oh yeah.
So it's
I
not
don't know if
much.
that's
but
rare.
it's still there.
It's
Yeah.
it might not necessarily
It's
rare.
hard
but
to get
worth it.
because
It's got
really
high demand.
expensive.
So
Yeah, it does.
I think
Arguably the best Smash Brother game. So
I have I've got a few like Nintendo 64 games, and I really don't know which ones are more valuable than the others. I feel like maybe like Chameleon Twist is probably like the rarest game.
Oh,
I have.
remember that game. My friend had that game.
But it's like got all these Blockbuster stickers on it, and it's like awful. But
you can get those off. You just have to look it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
If you really want to go the distance,
Mhm.
I think it has magic marker on it too. I don't remember.
that's the easiest thing to go off. the
Yeah.
Magic Mark.
Rubbing alcohol.
I kind of figured that someone would have figured that out a long time ago. How to get that off. I also have Shadows of the Empire, which is a game that I really do not like.
I wish I had all the.
We need to cancel this
games I used to
podcast,
have.
please.
I don't
Lights
like
off.
that game. It's like
Bail
really
bondsman.
hard and really just not intuitive. I don't like it.
Because you're too young. You weren't playing it back in the day, going, I love the Star Wars game, and I'm hot.
Oh my god.
Somebody get my hand away from my pee-pee. What?
I don't
So-
understand.
Are we all caught up? Are we all caught up with
Daddy's,
Geek
why
Things?
is my wee wee hard?
Oh my god.
I'm playing as Dash Rendar, god damn it. And he's got a ship that kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon, but better. Okay?
Oh yeah, the space
The,
battles in those.
the Outrider, or whatever.
So,
Anyway,
Outland.
Bailey,
yes.
how have your games been going?
I've been playing Smash, of course. I think it's pretty much the best Smash
Other
Brothers
than
game
Game
yet.
& Watch,
Lies.
Game & Watch, who's your main?
Mr. Game & Watch is my main, and I've been playing Robin and Shulk and Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer's so much fun. Let me think. I've been dabbling in Kirby and a little bit of I forget his name. Fuck it, I don't remember. But yeah, I think this is gonna be the best Smash Brothers game yet, and that's saying a lot, cause like Melee is one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite, and I think the Wii U version of Smash 4 is gonna be the best Smash game, and probably my favorite as well. But other than that, I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles, which is an amazing game, and you should all play it. It has like the best backstory of any video game that I've ever played in my life.
So you're really
Best
feeling
lore. I am really feeling it. Yes.
Ew.
What a
Okay.
bunch of jokers.
Don't feel it
So
yourself.
are we all caught up?
Sure, I guess it's probably
believe
best we move on to the
so.
next topic.
All right,
Yeah, I
so
believe so.
move on to a real solid topic. So, is Nintendo stepping in the right direction by starting to introduce DLC? And have they been using it in a good way, or could they be doing something different?
Well,
So let's
maybe you
start with the first question. Like, do you think them doing DLC is a good thing?
Yes.
want-
I'm
I'm kind of neutral.
I don't think that I think it's kind of silly, the concept of people thinking that DLC is inherently a really terrible thing. You know, like there are a lot of people that just like hate the idea of DLC. It's not the idea of DLC that's bad. It's the way that people have been abusing the idea of DLC.
Yes, I like DLC. It's pretty much with anything in video games. There's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it.
Right.
And as long as you're doing DLC right, it's fucking
It's fine.
fantastic. It's fantastic.
But yeah, Nintendo has probably been doing their DLC some of the best that I've seen of any company. And that may just be because I'm a huge Nintendo nerd and would buy anything that they
I would have
They
to
put
say
on
the
my
same
plate.
thing.
But,
I probably would play every game they told me I should play. So it's like,
right.
but I love they do it right in my opinion.
Yeah, they do. The thing that is really really smart on their part for games like Mario Kart 8, they released a patch for the game, and instead of having a store that you just go into the store and just buy it, they put the fucking characters and the carts and stuff on the character select screen. So they're just here are these characters that you'll be able to buy later, and it's really enticing and smart, but also oh, you sly dogs.
It's like I don't want to wait.
I've
Right.
been enticed.
But it's a really smart decision because they have two separate release dates for each pack of DLC,
Right.
and it's a smart decision because they spread it out. It helps revive the game in sales every time DLC comes out.
Yeah, and it's not expensive either. It's pretty cheap for what it is. I'm looking
You
at
can
it
buy
right
them
now.
both. You can buy them both right away.
Yeah,
You're getting your
Worry about them.
You're getting your money's worth because you're getting 4 tracks per. I mean,
Yeah,
Four tracks per,
and a
vehicles
character
per,
versus-
and you're getting 4 tracks, vehicles, and characters. And one of the vehicles, which is coming, I think the next DLC is coming out in November. You get
Isn't the
Link-
Mercedes?
You get no, that's already out.
Mercedes
That
is
was
free.
free.
It
That's free.
automatically downloads onto your game.
But the first one, for one, you get to play as Link. He gets a special motorcycle, and you get the Blue Falcon.
Yep.
Fucking F-Zero shit. It's
the-
I
amazing.
really want the Red Falcon. Fuck.
You could spray paint that spot on your television and get the Red Falcon.
I want
There
the
you go.
Japanese guy's fucking pink bracer, damn it. Everybody forgets about the
Hate
that guy.
spot on your television. Genius.
Well,
Don't worry, it'll come right off right afterwards.
in
Yeah,
the
no problem.
damn it. In any case, though, so I mean, I believe they're doing it right. Unlike certain companies that I can think of in my head,
Pretty much.
I believe they're
every
doing it,
Borderlands game.
what? EA.
EA, yeah.
Pardon me.
I like
Yeah.
what they're doing with Hyrule Warriors too, because it's like, oh hey, pay $20 for a season pass and you get all this DLC, and that's like, why wouldn't you not get a season pass because it is way cheaper?
Exactly, and you know what? I actually got that season pass because of what's coming in the future.
Yeah, they already have the Sia Wizro and Volga
Valga, yeah.
out.
And it came with 2 extra skins as well for Sia and Lana.
2 extra skins with Sia and Lana, a new adventure map which has 16 unlockable skins for everybody, with some extra 16-bit swords, as well as a separate legendary mode storyline for the bad guys.
Christ.
And if I believe, I don't know if that was this pack or it's the next one. You're actually gonna be able to have mounted Link.
Oh yeah, Opponent
Oh,
Link
yeah,
came
yeah.
out with that patch too.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
It's automatically unlocked as a free weapon for Link.
Yeah.
So that's really
So-
cool. And like
So
seriously, 16 new costumes
Yep.
for characters.
That's pretty
And
Now,
I
there's one-
have the strategy guide. Actually, I have it sitting right next to me, but it doesn't cover the DLC. So like, I'm gonna be sitting there on that adventure map. Like, I don't know the first Zelda, so I don't know what's used on any screen ever.
like the
Because
probably
like
bring,
since
like-
it's set up like old Zelda maps. You have to use items like you would in the actual game.
It'll probably be based on the second quest of the original Zelda.
Probably.
But yeah.
But like, there is, oh my god, there is so much to do in that game. But we're on DLC.
Yeah. So
Fire
big
Emblem
things-
did their DLC really well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm
It
kind of like,
might be a bit expensive, but
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I like, but also don't like the fact that they had the Golden Graph thing, that pack, the Golden Pack. I liked it, but didn't at the same time because it gave you
what
the Golden Pack are 3 DLC items, the 3 DLC maps, and the 2 of them are the only ones that really matter. And the fact that all 3 are actually pretty good. The first one is the Golden Graph, where you go into this mansion and you fight these enemies of varying levels, and they all carry a bunch of money. So when you kill them, you just get money. So that one's for generating money, and you can just do it over and over and over again. So you have like a technical infinite supply of income as long as you have weapons. So if you can even kill a few people, you can buy yourself more weapons.
Okay.
And then there's another one that's specific for getting experience. And the thing is with those 2 maps is these characters start the enemies start at the top of the screen in the map, and you start towards the bottom, and they just rush straight down.
Okay.
And they try to get to the other side of the map where they escape, and then
So
that's when the match ends.
Kind of like chess, a little bit.
Yeah, well, the whole game's kind of like chess.
Yeah.
It's just the enemies are just beelining it. They don't care about attacking you.
Right.
It's not a battle. It's just to get stuff. And it's a bit harder with the experienced ones because some of the characters have counter. And what counter does is it does the same amount of damage that you do to them if you're attacking from an adjacent space.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are varying levels, but generally each of the characters, like enemies that you kill, are guaranteed 1 level for your person. So you can just go between the both of those and train your characters up really well. And then the last one is this room filled with like I think it's either 32 or 36 enemies that are like promoted units, high level promoted units. And the goal is to go through to beat the leader, and you get a silver card. And in all the Fire Emblem games, the silver card is it gives you half price at any shop you're in. And in the older games, you had to have the silver card in the character that's shopping in their inventory. But in this one, as long as you have the silver card, it's just automatic. So with those 3 maps, like you get the silver card once, and you are just like set for trading for gold and experience forever.
But anyway, Fire Emblem did it pretty well.
But the other maps are actually really fucking challenging. Even with max level stuff, it can still be pretty challenging.
Right.
So I like the level of difficulty they took it with their DLC. Albeit it's really easy to level up it. But
I think
although expensive, I still bought it. So
I think Pikmin 3 handled its DLC really well as well.
I still haven't played my Pikmin 3.
Oh, so good. It's so good.
Fuck
So
that.
good. It's amazing.
So great.
God.
They're like plants and they do things.
Yeah, they're like little onion people, and you pull them out of the ground. And you throw them at shit. It's amazing.
I do this like
They
3
do-
different times.
They do things for you.
Oh my god!
What's better than that?
That's happened like 3 different times now. Why haven't I done it like 10?
Anyway,
Jesus.
yeah, they really when Pikmin 3 came out, they were like, by the way, we're doing DLC, and like not a lot of people talked about it. Like
I had
people
no
only really talked about that when Mario Kart 8 did the DLC. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting. They don't like they do like $5 challenge modes pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
where you get like a lot of challenge things.
Mm-hmm.
Like let me look here. Although
Oh.
I do think the Pikmin 3 stuff is a little pricey at times.
While you look,
Oh no, okay.
Phoenix Wright, the Phoenix Wright game had a bonus chapter. But it's basically an entire chapter, which is like for like $5 or something, or I forget how much, but it was fair for its price. It was a
Yeah.
little bit much, but it was still well worth it. And then Pokemon Mystery Dungeon had some bonus dungeons and stuff, and those were usually worth it.
Better direction or the only one direction?
Leave.
God.
Stop
The
that.
pun
Leave.
is not even funny.
I'm done.
I'm done. I'm out.
Anyway,
Bow, 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 bow.
Pikmin 3, yeah, you can get like all of the missions, all of the mission DLC for $5, which is pretty good.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
How much in Canada? Canada?
God damn it, dude. I can't tell
27.
you right now.
Is it loonies or
27.
Queen Elizabeth silver
Don't-
dollars?
Don't
Or
they pay?
13 bottles of maple syrup.
Don't they pay in
Dude.
polar bears?
I'll give you
No.
2 pigs.
Entire polar bears?
No. I'm pretty
Nah,
sure
dude,
it's
that's
not a
way
thing.
too cheap.
Oh, my bad. We don't want to be offensive.
Don't even get me
Those
started
Canadians.
on the Australian Canadian
Don't even.
on the Australian kangaroo trades.
Damn.
So,
We have a whole person for that, too.
yep.
4 kangaroo pelts equals 2 women.
Damn
Give me a
it.
Canadian
There are
Oh
more
my
kangaroos. There
That
are
is horrible.
There are more kangaroos than people in Australia.
Well, that's reasonable. There are more
Yeah,
flies than people in America.
There are
There's
more
more
flies than people
now.
in
There are
the earth.
probably like 6 flies to one person in America.
It's probably more.
There are like 16 hamburgers for every American.
God damn it.
That's
Sweet,
pretty good.
16 hamburgers.
Yeah, and like 8 slices of pizza as well.
Shout outs to Mizu.
There's a million Starbucks for every person in America.
Yeah, there's
Which
only a
Starbucks one
million
goes-
persons in America.
That one or that one?
Okay,
Shout out to Burgerland.
since we clearly can't focus on anything for very long.
So,
Smash.
Yeah, Nintendo.
One
Nintendo-
Direction.
Simple.
Nintendo
No.
DLC. Good.
No.
The only direction you're going is hell. Ha ha ha!
Aha! You're going in hell direction.
The legitimate stuff going on right now, though. So what we're going to talk about is legitimately Smash. Let's go with it.
Smash.
Okay.
Yes.
Where's
Okay, so let's
go.
hold on. We got this. Let's let Bailey do this first, so we can get it all out.
Okay. Okay. First of all, fuck Bowser players. I hate you all.
You're welcome.
All of you. Little Mac's okay because I can pretty much kill any Little Mac at this point. Sheik is overpowered. Get nerf / delete Sheik. Get rid of her. Let me think. I hate Ganondorf players as well. They're all just like, I'm gonna camp the edge in side B. Same thing with Bowser players. I hate you all.
Ganondorf. Ganondorf.
Let me think. I'm done
Explode.
thinking. I'm done.
Explosion.
Okay.
Just get it all out.
Game & Watch is the best character in the game.
There's no way in hell you're done yet.
I'm holding back for the sake of our audience.
All
So we
right.
can
Well,
actually
okay.
Have a coherent
Quote, unquote.
discussion.
No, if I let Bailey do what he wanted, this thing would turn into an hour worth of just Smash talk. So
Okay, well, okay. I think the reason I think Smash 4 is going to be the best Smash Brothers is because it is like the perfect it's extremely well balanced. Every character in the game has something going for them, and like no characters are actually overpowered. I think some characters are really campy. Like you can really camp. What the fuck? You're not.
They're either overpowered or they're not overpowered, bro. You can't say once and then later say no, nobody's overpowered.
Well, the
was
reason I say Sheik is overpowered is just because Sheik players are really aggressive and Japanese, and
Racist.
always defeat me in battle. Anyway, but yeah, I think it's like the perfect line between a competitive game and a casual game. I think that it it probably won't overshadow Melee. I think it'll probably be played um, simultaneously, well, like along with Melee. I honestly don't think Melee is ever gonna die. I think that game
Melee
is
will
gonna
never die.
that game is going to transcend centuries.
It's because the title screen rocks.
Yeah.
Melee!
Melee!
And they never did anything as good ever again.
Yeah. I agree.
All
And
down
the
the
song's good.
Smash
That's
4,
all
by the
downhill
way, IGN released the intro movie for Smash 4, and it is the worst piece of shit ever. Like, it is so boring and just, like, bunch of footage from all the trailers, pretty much. It's just really, really boring. Anyway.
Wario!
But yeah. Smash 4 is just, it's gonna be, it's easily the best Smash Brothers game yet. I think the only thing that it could have had that it doesn't is a story mode. And like Subspace Emissary, while flawed, was
great.
like it was interesting. You know,
The story was great
the story was like really good and
because
very.
we weren't used to cutscenes.
Right. I think if they take it one step further and have like voice acting and like dialogue between the characters, that would be interesting. But maybe next time.
I really, I just want more of those cutscenes for
Yeah.
like when they introduced Robin, fucking a fight with Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Was amazing. And then I still don't understand why they introduced Baby Bowser.
Baby
I don't know
Bowser.
why they did that at the last Nintendo Direct.
Well,
but it was fucking great.
yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think since Bowser Jr. was like sprinkled throughout all of the Direct, I don't think it was meant to be a reveal trailer. I think it was more like, here's Bowser Jr.'s trailer because he's a newcomer and he deserves one. You know.
I get that, but I just don't. I didn't understand why they did it on the Nintendo Direct. It
Well,
just
they-
kind of felt.
They do it at all the Nintendo Directs.
Ew.
It just felt weird to me, but it was fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They've got
That shot with
Subspace Emissary Subspace Emissary had great cutscenes, and then they just got even better.
yeah. And it would have been interesting to see, like, if they had voice acting and stuff, it would have been interesting to see, like, how they could, like, put Mario and Sonic and Mega Man and Pac-Man all in a story, I guess. Which would be really weird and probably hard to do. But, I mean, they put Snake in Subspace Emissary, so,
Snake.
It just randomly comes in
yeah, in a box.
box.
And Lucario's like, what the fuck you doing?
Lucario's like, I fucking see you, bitch. I remember because I started liking Meta Knight because of Subspace Emissary, because I was like, oh sweet Meta Knight, and I climbed the hill, and then all of a sudden fucking Lucario's there, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god! I didn't know Lucario was in it until I played the Subspace, and then I saw him. I saw him, and I was like,
Best game ever.
"Holy
Snow
shit!"
Pichu?
And then and that cutscene when it pauses and you go to choose characters, you have to choose between Meta Knight and Lucario. And I was like fucking dead set on fucking Meta Knight, and then I ran into that cutscene. I'm like, nope, I have to, and I chose Lucario and beat his ass.
Yeah.
And then they're like fucking. They pause, they do the slide backs, and then they just walk up to each other and they shake hands.
Yeah.
Like, fucking immediate respect as warriors to each other. And I'm like, fuck yeah! It was great.
Yeah. Probably like one of my favorite moments in that is the whole like idea that Wario is like just a villain just because he likes to be a villain. Like the actual backstory for Wario in Subspace Emissary is him just like he loves just like dicking people over.
Yeah.
So he just does it.
It's good. It just feels good to be bad.
Yeah.
And then I like the whole plot behind it that Master Hand was being
Controlled,
manipulated to manipulate everyone else and shit. And then like DDD, like he realized he had a contingency because he realized something bad might happen, so he put his badges on the other trophies so they'd wake up.
Right.
Which, like, literally, if that had not happened, everything would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Because Taboo turned everybody into trophies.
Anyway, this is like a really big tangent, but yeah, Smash 4, best Smash.
Smash 4 is going to be the best.
Game & Watch is the best character. No contest.
You're okay.
So in any case, Geek Things, what do you think of Smash 4?
Melee will always be my number one. You cannot stop it. You cannot stop it.
Yeah, you really can't stop the bulldozer that is Smash Brothers Melee.
I was going to say,
there's-
can you take off your nostalgia goggles for a second?
But seriously though, what do you think though, Geek
And
Things?
say it wasn't the greatest Smash Brothers ever.
I mean,
No,
objectively,
Sorry.
Melee is a really like good game, but also like a really bad game.
yes, it's
Who's
so
your
bad.
main?
That's why they continue to play it.
Well, the
What?
reason. Anyway,
New Smash, who's your main?
I don't know. I'm messing with people. I'm playing Pac-Man because Pac-Man's cool.
Pac-Man's good.
I just like his Super Smash is pretty badass. It's very retro. It's super cool. I like his winning song. It's like, oh, this is great. And I play Link. A little bit here and there. He's a very standard main for anybody to have. He just works. He works decent. I don't like him in this game that much. I don't know why. And I played Ness a little bit. Ness is pretty cool just because I like the bat.
Mhm.
I like using the bat, like hitting people over the head with the bat. It's fun to hit people on the head with the bat. I haven't played really all the characters. I haven't unlocked everybody yet, just because I don't want to play on the 3DS.
Right.
I don't want to play on the 3DS. I want to
That's
play
reasonable.
on my TV, please, with a good controller. And I will be playing with a GameCube controller because the GameCube controller is one of my favorite controllers.
Mhm.
So just because I don't know, it was the awesome controller before good controllers came out. I mean, granted, the PlayStation controllers, it's still really good, but something
the
about the
PlayStation
GameCube.
pretty much kept the same. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. because it isn't
Xbox is like
Xbox.
like I saw this thing between Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo with their controller setups, and like Sony's was if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Microsoft's
that.
was there's always room for improvement, and then Nintendo's was innovation is key
Yeah, that makes sense.
because they're always changing their controller styles.
It's fine. I
Like
still
the Nintendo 64 controller, this weird ass 3-pronged motherfucking spaceship.
Yeah.
we still loved it. We still loved
it
it.
was like an
Still loved
X-wing.
We still
Yeah.
fucking loved it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that controller.
Except for every new 64 game you played, it's like, wait, do I use the control stick or do I use the D-pad?
Nope.
And then some games it's like, fuck, I use both. A, B, and the C buttons are useless.
I've never really used it, the D-pad really.
Yeah, I've
it's
never
always
played
been
the game.
middle. Nope, sorry, that's the way it's
When you
supposed to be.
play
Cut it off.
Pokemon Stadium, you have to use the D-pad to make your selections.
That's true.
Mhm.
Well,
forgot
I mean,
about that.
still not the. I don't, it's not like the integral part where you're holding it and going, yeah, I'm controlling everything that's happening.
Yeah. It's not like an
Um,
action game.
It's not, yeah, but it's still. The crazy thing is the Virtual Boy controller is the GameCube controller before the GameCube controller came out.
Virtual
So it's
Boy
like,
controller's weird.
yeah,
It's so
I like
weird.
Virtual-
It's like it has dual D-pads instead of dual analog
Yeah.
sticks.
They were trying things, man.
All
Yeah,
hail the
yeah.
Virtual Boy.
Like
I
I
love
feel
it.
like I would enjoy that controller a lot.
Yeah, I want my Virtual Boy again. It was good. Then I'll realize that maybe everybody thought it was as bad as it was, but I was like, I never had headaches. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so I will probably be using a game controller myself, but I might try out how the Pro controller is because I actually really like the Pro controller.
Yeah. The
So it's really solid, generic, although generic shape. It's
right.
a pretty solid controller.
I'm not gonna be able to get the GameCube adapter on launch probably.
But it's
So-
pretty nice that it has 4 slots.
Yeah, and you
So-
can plug in 2 GameCube adapters, so you can have 8 GameCube controllers playing at once.
Do 8-player Smash.
Yeah.
That is handy as hell.
I
gotta
love
say.
all the controller options that you have at your disposal,
Oh yeah.
which is really great.
Even
I
the
mean,
ones that you really
nobody's-
don't want.
nobody's going to use a regular Wii remote or
Yeah.
the nunchuck. Nobody's going to use the classic controller. Very, 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 very few, pretty much a non-existent number, are going to use the classic controller Pro. Weirdos are going to use the gamepad.
I
when
might
they're
use
playing
the gamepad
seriously.
because I
Weirdo.
listen. I might use the gamepad because my my Pro controller is it's an Afterglow controller, and I don't trust that controller to give me like good control in Smash Brothers.
I can understand that.
So
You'd be using the gamepad more as a temporary controller.
well,
you know.
yeah. I mean, once I get the GameCube adapter, that will be the only controller I use. But
Yeah, but like I could totally
until
understand.
then,
It's just for a game like that, it's a bit big.
right. I
But
agree.
that's fine. And then you can still use your 3DSs, so you know everybody's like, you come over and it's like, shit, I don't have enough controllers for this guy.
Mhm.
Throw
Yeah,
the
it's really
3DS
smart.
at him.
It's really
Throw
really
this
smart.
no, you literally throw the 3DS at them.
Yeah.
You take your shitty 3DS and you like pelt them in the head. You play with this.
Oh yeah. Nothing wrong.
Well, I mean,
And then
To be-
even
Listen,
though
kids.
normally you'd be mad, but normally they'd be mad, but they'd be like, "Oh, hey, thanks, bro," and then they just play the game. I got a concussion, but I'm still gonna play somebody.
Listen, kids.
They like pick
Pelt your friends with controllers and portable hardware.
it'll be okay.
It'll be fine. They'll be okay.
I don't need that.
As long
Make
as
sure-
it's Smash Brothers, it'll be okay.
Make sure their brains are literally spilling out of their ears.
Give them concussions.
Like
Okay.
to,
The new
to be
3DS
to be fairly honest though,
You can-
that's a pretty sweet feature though they added in the new game.
Yeah, I agree.
To be fair, I know nobody wants to use it. I know I don't want to use it, but to be fair, that is pretty sweet.
I mean, here's the thing. When I first got Brawl when I was younger, and I didn't really care about competitive stuff, I used the nunchuck a lot, and there was actually a point in time where the classic controller was my preferred controller.
And then you realize the almighty greatness of the GameCube.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like I think that for people who aren't like elitist about it, like me, like the other like probably kids are going to be using the gamepad, and probably
Yeah.
might even use the 3DS or the Wii Remote nunchuck.
And I'd just like to say, at this point, even before Smash, but like when Smash comes out, I don't give a fuck about the other consoles.
Right.
Like with all these good games out now,
Mhm.
and Smash literally right around this fucking corner, three goddamn things happening on the same day.
Mhm.
Like fucking Pokemon, Smash, and the 20th anniversary of Donkey Kong, all on the same day.
Yeah.
But
Lately, there just hasn't been really any incentive for me to own anything other than Wii U, PC, and 3DS.
exactly, that's me. That's my life.
Yeah.
Those are like the only. I sometimes play my PS3, but that's just because that system's already there. Everything's there for it. But like, the Wii U is just like I can see no reason to not own a Wii U if you are a fan of Nintendo, hands down. There are too many good games that are out for it now.
And coming
Just
out.
it's
Like,
just
they're coming out
it
with
was
Star
so
Fox.
sad to see such a terrible lineup for so long for this system, because when I got it last year, I only got it so I could play Monster Hunter, and like when I first got it to do that, I saw like, oh, the browser works with Twitch now. I got YouTube and Netflix apps for it, and I can stream just like straight from my television back down to my gamepad at the same time. All of that really hit me like really well. It struck really well with me, because just like I like being able to sit on my bed and watch Twitch on my television, but I hate having to get up and walk across the room to maybe change a channel or like switch to a different YouTube video or something.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really cool about the YouTube app in general is if you have the Wii U and you have like a smartphone or something that has the YouTube app,
Yeah. You can use
you can
YouTube
link
TV.
up to it
Mhm.
and stream through your Wii U and select videos on your phone. So
It's pretty cool.
I can be even more lazy and not even have to use my gamepad.
But yeah.
I basically just set myself up so where I want to watch TV on my bed, all I have to do is move my TV and make sure my phone's next to me.
Yeah.
I can control my television. I can control my computer through my phone.
It's anyway. The whole like the thing is like I the only reason that I would have gotten a PS4 or an Xbox One is for like Batman Arkham Knight and Metal Gear Solid 5. But since both of those games are coming to PC now, I have no reason.
Exactly. There's that. And like for me, like a PS I can't even there were a lot of games that I wanted because the PS4 was coming out. But like Xbox, the only reason I would get an Xbox would be because of the Master Chief Collection, and even that, I'm not the biggest Halo guy.
Right.
So like I'd maybe play it for like a month and I'd be done. And that's not it to me, it's not worth one game. Not even close to spending like $500 to play one game. And then Xbox Live because they're dumb.
So yeah, I think it's about time we move to the next topic.
We haven't talked enough about Smash. We
we're
derailed off of
listen.
Smash.
We'll talk more about Smash on the Smash retrospective. Okay.
Fine.
Christ, keep it in your pants, Sly.
What's next?
Enough.
A little-
What do we else have? What else do we have in the docket?
even is
Docket.
Fuck
Have you seen the
Sly.
docket?
Fuck you, Sly.
Where's the docket?
That's all right. So it's been almost a year. I mean, you guys just kind of touched on this already. I think it's about a year into each of the new consoles' lifespans, except for the Wii U, because the Wii U's been out for
2 years.
a year and a half, two years
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
As Sly said, there's a lot of stuff that you're looking forward to on certain consoles, but kind of what's your guys' now opinions on the consoles, disregarding what games are coming?
all I have
Like-
played
like-
is a Wii U. I have not touched a PS4.
Well, I'm
I have
asking
not touched-
general opinion. I'm not asking
Okay.
from what you played. I'm
Well,
asking general
I'm just
opinion.
saying. I'm just saying. I don't really have an opinion because I haven't done anything with them to have an opinion. But generally, personally, I'm never gonna get an Xbox One. I do not like Microsoft. I don't trust them with my money anymore. And Sony, at some point I will get to a point where it's like, okay, there are enough games for this thing. I'm gonna break down and buy one.
Probably the point where I do that is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm an idiot.
Never mind.
I am going-
Disregard everything you said.
Disregard everything. Buying a PS4 and Kingdom Hearts on launch.
Right.
But
So, Billy,
I'm also eagerly waiting 2.5. for
yeah,
the
it's
PS3.
PS3 again.
Oh,
Eagerly waiting for
Kingdom
that.
Hearts
But
3.
anyway,
I love that game.
if I got a PS4, I would stream a bunch off of it, just because I like the fact that you can.
Mhm.
That's really nice.
Mhm.
And Blue Xbox One, PS4 is pretty cool. Fuck yes, Nintendo Wii is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nintendo Wii is far better than you think it is.
The Nintendo Wii?
Joey.
The Wii.
Yes,
God.
and then the Wii U is even better than that.
Well,
Hey, the
And then-
Nintendo Wii is Nintendo's best-selling console of all time.
It's true.
in any case, though, Bailey, what's your opinion? General opinions on the current situation of consoles at the moment?
I think it's kind of had a decent start. like for what it is. I don't personally like the direction it is. Like here's the thing: the PS3 and Xbox 360, they kind of started out as a better PS2 slash Xbox. Um, and then like as time moved on, like they were like, oh, here's DLC, here's downloadable games, here's like all of this online stuff that you can do now, and it all kind of like, in my opinion, devolved into this like commercial fuckfest of here
One's
play.
better than the other.
Yeah, and like that I feel like that's exactly what the PS4 and Xbox One have started doing, like started out with.
And we
I
don't
think,
want to sit here through this fest of two companies trying to tell us which dick is bigger.
Yeah. The bigger dick, and like the whole like the whole like graphics, like we people sacrificing the performance of their game for like better graphics and like 30 frames per second kind of thing. Which here's the thing. I don't think 30 frames per second is unacceptable like some people think.
Huh?
I think 30 frames per second is like not that bad. Like you can get used to it. But 60 frames per second is definitely better by far, but
Like, I can get that and stuff, but it's like people are like, the graphics, my graphics, and then it's like, okay, well, let's have a look at what they were just doing on Smash 4 for the 3DS. The game looks great. There is no lag whatsoever with 3D on, like most games do, like Pokemon.
right.
Characters run at 60 frames per second.
Like
Character animations are 60 frames.
A rock
like,
solid 60 frames as well.
On a handheld.
And like just not just that, like with the Wii U as well, like
That
pretty
too, like-
much every game that I played on it runs incredibly well. Like
yeah,
not all
like,
of them
and-
are 30 frames or 60 frames, but like Bayonetta 2, Mario Kart 8, Monster Hunter, Wonderful 101, all of those games play like pretty damn well.
I won't lie. Yes, Nintendo is behind on hardware, but to me, it doesn't matter because one, the games are great, and two, they make damn sure their games look great and run well on the hardware that they have.
Yeah.
They don't
Which is
care
something
that their
that-
hardware isn't the best because they do good with what they have.
Yeah, which is something that like Ubisoft and EA and companies like that, they just don't care about. That it definitely feels it, even if it's not true, if that's the case, it feels like Nintendo actually gives a shit about their games. But
They do.
like games like Ubisoft lesser than EA.
Of course.
Cars.
Like people, they're like, here is my big graphics dick, and I want you all to suck it. You know, and it's just like it gets really like yes, it's a pretty game, but then you have
Yeah,
it
it's
like
like,
runs
my
at
game
25
isn't
frames per
finished.
second, and
EA's like, my game isn't finished yet, but God, does it look pretty.
and it's like at 900p and stuff like that. But then you look at like Metal Gear Solid 5, which runs at 1080p 60 and is like an incredibly good looking game. You know?
And also, I'm just going to say, in the end, it doesn't matter what console you're on.
You
You're
will be
gonna
wrong
be-
if you're not on Wii U.
No, it doesn't matter what console
Sounds
you're
like
on. You're never going to get better than a PC.
Well, yeah, definitely. Unless
Stats wise, that's true.
I like a TV and I like a couch.
Like I
But
was
you can
about to,
plug
I was
your
about,
computer to a TV.
I was about to hand it off to you,
I
Geek
don't care
Things,
about
because out of the four of us here, you're the most console gamer. So what's your like current opinions on the three consoles at the moment?
What are my current opinions? Those two guys that just spoke are frauds.
we're frauds.
We're
we
frauds.
actually
Big
love
fat phonies.
we both me and Sly both have PS4s and Xbox Ones. We have like 3 each. And like
Rip
we
robots!
play all 3 of them at the same time with different limbs. And
I
we
bought
eat.
out a store on launch day of both systems.
And then with
Someone-
with our fourth limb, we eat and drink Mountain Dew and Doritos. That's all.
I like
Someone's lying through their teeth. Speaking of which,
I
but seriously,
I did it so much I turned into Dorito breath.
Yeah,
God damn
I literally bleed Mountain Dew.
Doritos are good, and I like Mountain Dew. Okay.
I had surgery.
I'm actually drinking Mountain Dew right now. Like,
but
IRL.
in any case, though,
I got a Taco Bell cup of Mountain Dew right over here.
but of honest topic, Beepings, what do you think right now?
What do I think? I think myself, my PS4 has gotten the most. Just not talking about games necessarily, the most play, just because I like the controller a lot. The user interface is really good. Not perfect, but it's it's apparently, judging by the new software coming out, they're making some changes. If you have a lot of games, to make it easier to get to your games instead of having this long line from left to right. Question, man on the front row.
Do you have you played any games that really utilize the touch screen of the controller at all?
I'm trying to think. Infamous uses it a little bit here and there. It's been a while.
I wouldn't really count Infamous because it's just like maybe a minor mechanic.
Well, usually all of it's minor mechanics. So,
well, does it work really well or anything?
I think it works pretty well from what I've messed around with it. But it's one of those things. Like Sony Studios will use it. Everybody else probably really won't. It's just like the 6-axis controller. I can turn a wheel in like Killzone to open a pipe, open the water pressure. Got it. And then that's pretty much it. So I don't see that as being really even a big deal. The touchpad. I mean, it's nice. A lot of people actually use it as let's say like a menu button or something in game. For a certain type of menu system, just tap it and then it goes up there. That's what you use it the most for, it seems. Not necessarily the touch sensitivity.
I didn't really expect it to be like a focus.
No,
it
never is now.
It worked well.
It never is. But the sizing of the controller works for me better than any of the other ones, just because the analog the handles themselves are like thicker. And a little bit longer, which is nice. It's almost like going back to the original Sony PlayStation, where it had long handles, which is pretty nice actually. It felt good when you're playing a game.
Those nice long handles.
It's true.
Actually, to be honest, he's actually right.
Well, it's opinion, so.
Well, the PS1 handles
never-
felt longer because there weren't analog sticks in the way at the time.
Well,
No, the handles did shrink. I mean, obviously they had some of that real estate for that, but they are a little bit smaller. But anyways, I have an Xbox One, I have a Wii U, I have a 3DS, I have a PlayStation Vita, I have all those things. I don't like the Xbox One as much. The operating system is Windows 8 basically. Not a fan. It's slow. When I first got the system for the first month or so, I'm like, where do I find this? Where do I find this? Where's settings? I don't want to talk to the thing to find settings.
Yeah.
Go to settings, and it's going like, I didn't hear you. God damn it.
Say what again?
So that was very frustrating. But yeah, I have played a lot of my PlayStation 4. I like it.
What's your favorite game on PlayStation 4?
Ugh.
Right now?
Well, actually, right now I'd have to say Destiny. It's obviously a multi-platform game, but
Right. Well,
I've been playing it most. But as far as maybe first party, I mean, there's really not a ton of first party really to talk about on either system. I think. Infamous Second Son is probably what I played the most. And it's beautiful. It works well. It's one of those ones that you're running around. Let me look at this. Let me stand over here. That looks interesting. And then when Uncharted whatever comes out, it's going to be like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh god, that game's going to be another reason to get the PS4.
I'm also excited because
I hope they
isn't
don't
it that
fuck
one
it up.
that the one Persona's game's coming to the PS4?
Oh, Persona 5.
So I was like, that might be cool. I played Golden a little bit on the Vita. I liked it, but I just can't get into a ton of like long-lasting games on a handheld. I'm like,
It's
I don't
just
have time.
when you get older. When you get older, it's just like that's the problem with RPGs. You just don't have as much time to invest into the game.
Yeah.
You know.
The time's not there, and if you're home, it's like, well, what am I playing a handheld for? That's another reason why I got the PlayStation TV. I was like, well, let me pop in PlayStation Vita to game, and I'll play it on TV.
Personally, like myself, I watched Super Geniuses play through Persona 4 Golden,
Mhm.
and I might be more comfortable watching somebody play through the game of the new Persona rather than playing it myself,
Do it at your own time.
because like I could watch his videos at my own pace, and they were really well made, and he knew all the right things to do. Like he knew all the right things to say at the right time, and he had obviously it was after the game came out for a while, so he had got a good time management, so he didn't have to worry about messing up the social links, because you are on a clock. Technically, you have the entire year to go through.
Well, and you have a
It's
little bit
pretty
more
cool
of
to
a
do.
limit to it as well, because generally you're on a limit to when the fog shows up. If you don't know anything about the game, there's also a secondary limit, as Sly said. There is a story-based reason for this. You're on a time limit to beat the fog,
Basically, if you don't do something, if you don't save the person by a certain amount of days, they die and the game ends at that point.
because you failed your entire mission, basically.
So it's always a set day when this person would die, so you can manage. You can either go save them right away, or you can do better time management and go save them on like the last day. What Super Genius did was he'd go through and he'd save them whenever he wanted, and whenever the last day came, he would say, "Hey, this is the last day to save this person.
Mhm.
So if you're playing through and you haven't saved them yet, make sure you save them by this day, otherwise they die."
Yeah, I like it when Let's Players do that kind of thing. Chugga Conroy does like really, really good.
Chugga Conroy and Super Genius do really good job
Yeah.
at detailed information. They put a lot of work, into the plays that they do.
Yeah, definitely.
But on the topic of this, since we're on it, as Geek Thing said earlier, Persona 5 looks like it's going to be really good, because I think they're going to try and go back to the Persona 3 feel, and I love that game.
Shooting yourself in the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's so dark.
Persona.
It's
dark
so dark.
and creepy.
That's the thing about Persona 3 to Persona 4. Persona 4 is very happy-go-lucky in comparison to Persona 3, where Persona 3 is dark. Its story is dark. Like it just feels so good for it to be so dark.
Dark.
Like
So
at
good.
12
Turn on the
o'clock at night,
lights.
at 12 o'clock at night, everyone turns into coffins.
Midnight Channel.
Is it like deceptively dark, or is it like obviously dark?
This town really died.
It's meant because it's meant to be that dark because of how the story works.
Okay.
Because I believe that if there's always one person, or I forget how it works now. I haven't played Persona 3 in a long time. But when I played it, there's always humans always get attacked at night at 12 o'clock at night when everybody's in these coffins. There's a certain amount of people, the people who are the Persona users, that fight these things off from killing everybody. So, and it's just the whole feeling of that game is this is dim. This is
Dim.
kind of a battle. Like, it's a battle that is going to go on for a long time, and they know it. Like, it's hard to describe, but it's just a very grim game, I should say.
Okay.
And I liked that feel in a Persona game more than I liked Persona 4.
Okay.
So
Persona 5.
that's
Persona 5 good.
Back
it
to
looks good for sure. So.
no more Persona 5 talk. Back to the whole graphics, whatever,
Uh-huh.
or whatever. Nintendo was involved with that, back in the day anyway. So it's not like it's a necessarily new thing. The whole I have this. Well, actually, Nintendo had something actually to say. I have was it Mode 7?
Yeah. Mode 7.
And then it was like blast processing. It was like that's not a thing.
Well,
it's not a thing.
Here's the thing.
What are you talking about?
Like the whole idea with Nintendo and the Super Nintendo is that they were like, here, look at the graphics, but they weren't like, here, look at the graphics that can't run on the system that we have,
That's true.
Like the Super Nintendo had the ability to, like, the cartridges had the ability to, like, install extra RAM if you wanted to.
Downloadram.com.
Yeah.
Actually, the best example of that
is Star Fox.
Or
Starfax.
or even more, I guess, more advanced, because it was only
Mega Man X.
these Mega Man X2
2 and 3.
exactly. Because I only say this because those cartridges are specific to their cartridges.
Right.
It is nearly impossible to find those type of cartridges without destroying a copy of itself.
Yeah.
Because they had the Capcom C4 chip.
Which is really cool, that people that they were able to do that back then. And
Nintendo's
I guess it's
just
the
always
same thing.
been good at their innovation.
Yeah, I guess it's like the same thing as like an engine, like the C4 equals the Fox engine or something. Well, obviously that's not true, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They've
always been able to work with what they had really well. Like, obviously, back with the old Nintendo games, they, like, squeezed every ounce of space they could, And
still made it, like, run well.
Yeah, like, classic Mario. The bush sprites were the same as clouds.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking really realized it until they took an actual good look at it. Or, like, on the Nintendo 64, Boo's laugh is actually Bowser's laugh sped up.
Mm-hmm.
All these things that
Did you know gaming
Nintendo did on their small games. Like, they just did little things, and it just added up to way more space so they could make their game better.
I would say, out of the four of us here, I would say that Geek Things knows more about anything older and or less of that type of stuff.
I don't know the tech
Geek
stuff.
Geek Things
I don't know
is
the tech
God.
He, honest to God, he's got more games than I could ever imagine.
I'm not Pathy Punk or anything, but
you
that guy's
do have a
nuts.
lot.
He's crazy.
But I do think you have a lot in comparison to
I'm decent amount.
myself or Bailey, for example.
Or me.
Well, poor
Definitely
kids.
me.
You guys are poor kids.
I'm
That's
not
what
even
it
a
is.
collector.
But Geek Things, you know a lot more about retro than
I was just the stupid kid who fucking sold his games.
Yeah.
Well, I was too, but then
So I always
at some
regret
point
it.
I was like, all right, just buy it all back. You need this stuff. This
also-
stuff you need to preserve.
Also, you've been on the Earth a lot longer than either.
Yeah,
than
a
us
lot.
three.
A lot longer.
You're like, what? How old are you this year? Like 83?
31 in November next month.
Jesus
31.
Christ.
Yeah, Jesus Christ,
Fucking-
I am.
Half of our age.
That's right.
Yeah.
Older.
I am half your age.
Yeah.
Silly.
like half our
You're
age
still-
older.
He's 9.
You're still you're silly goof.
Wah, wah.
Oh man, you guys.
All right.
So nutty.
So what else did we have to talk about really quickly before we go ahead and sign off?
Fuck you.
Butt
Slim.
monkeys.
Oh God.
PlayStation's better.
Listen, guys. Fuck
Go
bitches.
Nintendo Wii and Smash.
Xbox One is better than Wii U.
Go.
Facepalm. Facepalm.
So about that latitude
This just
longitude,
in. This just in, podcast guest Geek Things found dead at his home. Last heard saying the X-Bone was better than the Wii U.
what a nerd.
What a nerd.
Had it coming
After
to him.
finding this After finding this information, police have immediately ruled out any kind of foul play.
God damn it.
I did
I'm
it,
not
and he
even
completely
gonna-
fucking deserved it.
All
Says
right.
YouTube sensation Bailey.
God damn it.
Short hair, don't care.
Police have not filed any arrests or charges.
All right. Well, Bailey
YouTube
dies.
Sensation
Let's-
Bailey.
All right. Well, Bailey dies.
Filibusters.
Let's kind of close out here.
Yeah, let's.
Let's touch each other. What?
I'm
God
okay with
fucking
that.
damn it, Geek Things.
What?
How about
What?
no?
Geek
I'm
Thing's
very
only
busy
31.
right
He
now.
knows what he's doing.
Ah!
I would say I need an adult, but we're all adults here.
I don't know. Somebody's not 21 yet. That's all of you.
Shut up. It's close enough.
That's all of you.
He's 21 in Canadian years.
He's.
Fuck
I
off.
think is he 21 in November 2nd? What was the date? What was the date?
Damn it. All right. Seriously,
Hey,
though,
Hey, Dale. Let me ask you a question.
fuck, don't call me
Well,
Dale.
listen, Geek Things is
Ugh.
like 2 years old in turtle years.
Pretty much. But, all
Ninja
right.
Turtle years?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I watched
they're
Ninja
turtles,
Turtles
so they kind
before
of
you
like
were alive.
they're not mutually
Turtles in a
exclusive.
half show.
Just because
Heroes
they're
in a half
teenage
show.
and mutant.
Get it right.
But,
Anyway,
so, Geek Things, just in the next while in the future here, what are you looking forward to?
Oh God. Obviously, I'm gonna buy Smash Brothers, and I'm gonna throw it down the toilet and say, "This isn't as good as Melee."
you're gonna
And then-
play Smash 4 on your Xbox One.
No,
Just like
I don't
day
think that-
one, put the disc in the Xbox.
I don't think the Xbox One
Dishwasher,
had
no.
proper
Dishwasher,
frames per
no.
second, and the
Dishwasher, yes.
resolution you can. What I'm looking forward to, well, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare has come down on 11.3.
game
What
looks
else am I
good.
looking forward to? It does. I mean, people could say, "Oh, it's starting to look like Titanfall." It's like, well, whatever. It's gonna be better than Titanfall.
I
Honest?
think that last trailer that they put out looks kind of like, are you kidding me?
It looks kind of good, though. To be
Everybody
honest.
was like,
That game
when
looks decent.
Titanfall came out, everybody's like, oh my god, it's Call of Duty with robots. And then everybody realized it's Call of Duty with robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty with robots. Like, come on.
There's not enough to it. There's no single player. So it's like, why am I playing this?
Yeah, like,
Personally,
what the fuck kind of single player campaign is that? Oh, no, it's online.
Single player though.
It's terrible.
I mean, you're
wanted to
you're
play,
single and you're a player, so
You wanted to play multiplayer. You don't want to play multiplayer? Well, here, have some multiplayer.
But-
Amiibo. I want a couple of Amiibos.
Everyone here
Far
is going
Cry
to be
4. I want to play Far Cry 4.
Oh, yeah, that game looks
I don't know what else is coming out anytime soon.
Well, I guess I could
Bunch,
mention.
of course.
Oh, yeah, I could mention, I guess, I know for two of us for sure. I'm not sure about the other two. But Arkham Knight.
That's
Uh-huh.
June. That's like June, bro.
I know. No. It's like
Looking
July,
forward to
That doesn't mean you
January.
can't be hyped for it.
Yeah, January, dude.
What are you talking about?
It looks really good. The release date's January, is it not?
No, it's
No,
June.
June.
It's June.
It's June?
6th.
That's
Well,
why I'm like,
it's-
don't worry about it, bro.
It still looks really,
Still got time.
really amazing.
Still got time.
I just still can't get over the fact that he launched out of the car
Yeah.
into glide mode seamlessly.
Yes.
Well,
That was
he
so
is Batman.
Jason
He is
Todd
Bruce
DLC.
Wayne. Oh, crap. Say it isn't real.
Batman
Can we
was
play
real-
as somebody other than Batman in not challenge mode?
No.
Yeah, that's one thing.
I would
that-
very
Listen,
much like that for a
That's
change.
that's asking for way too much.
I'm done with
Yeah, it
challenge
is.
mode.
Actually,
Hey, Arkham City did it with Catwoman.
you can do it with mods on PC versions.
Yes, you can.
Like in Arkham Origins, I got a mod that allowed me to play as Deathstroke and the Joker outside of
Challenge mode?
challenge modes. Yeah.
Sweet, I would totally play as Deathstroke all the time.
Deathstroke.
Don't play as Joker though; it's broken.
Can we get off the
Okay, is it-
Deathstroke boner, please?
Broken as in way overpowered.
Non Mark Hamill Joker is constantly broken. There is no.
Yeah.
Listen, Troy Baker did a good job.
It's close enough, but it's.
It's yeah.
He did a
Not the
good
same.
job.
He doesn't have to laugh.
Not gonna top Mark Hamill, but you can
No.
Yeah.
can still do a good job.
Say something bad about Luke Skywalker, god damn it. Give me your latitude and longitude.
Like fucking kiss his sister.
Bro, you're gonna get a guy
Okay.
over there in a nice Jedi robe ready to kick your ass. Yeah,
So,
that's right. I got a robe.
just really quickly, I'll just go off a list really quick.
Oh, great lists.
Yeah, just a list of games. I'm going to name them off. Sunset Overdrive is coming to the Xbox One.
Eh.
Eh.
Lords of the
Fuck you,
Fallen.
Insomniac.
Lords of the Fallen.
Trade PlayStation.
WWE 2K15.
Nobody
yeah, I
cares
get
about
that.
wrestling games.
I
Call
do.
of Duty. He does, actually.
I have the Hulk
Um,
Hogan edition coming my way.
Okay.
With the Hulk Hogan autograph. Yeah.
The Call of Duty Advanced Warfare
Yeah.
with all its editions.
Warfare.
We got PES 2015 Soccer.
What?
Yep.
For that?
For the PS Vita, we got Tales of Hearts R. Oh my god, yes.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Unity for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Eh.
Kind of excited for that.
No parody.
We'll see. I'm gonna wait for it to release and see what happens. Dragon Age Inquisition for all consoles you can think of.
Hopefully it's good.
Phone.
Except for Wii U.
I don't think it's gonna be any good, but I could be completely
What
wrong.
about my phone?
What the
I still
hell?
need to finish Origins.
I want to play it on my
technically.
Origins is like
Conker's
ridiculous.
Bad Fur Day.
Yes. And I guess the most recent things that launched, I guess, were the Evil Within, as stated earlier.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 2,
Yes,
Borderlands the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
I want to play the pre-sequel.
For some reason, Duck Dynasty.
Oh my
Are people
God.
still
Yeah,
playing
For
their
some
last-
reason, that turned into a game.
I have no idea why.
I wanted to buy it just because I thought it looked funny.
Alien Isolation,
Mm.
Sweet.
and I believe Drive Club actually launched really recently.
Yeah, I bought it.
I wanted to, but
It's a solid racing game. Hopefully they can get their server issues put together, but it races well. It looks good. At some point, hopefully they'll patch in the weather, because the weather is probably the most impressive part of it. So
Cool.
pretty cool.
That game looks
so
cool.
It's a
that's-
driving game, but really, we just want you to look at how well it snows and rains.
Well, I
Oh.
mean,
It's realistic looking.
that's how driving games have been for a long time.
Yes, that is true.
They're like decent racing games that look really good, and there's nothing really wrong with that, I guess.
That's fine. It appeals to the more of the realism
Mhm.
gamer crowd.
Kingdom Hearts 2.5,
Yes.
Halo: The Master Chief Collection. That's about
Halo-
it I have for a list here. I
Halo
believe.
Master Chief Erection. What? Sorry, guys.
That was pretty bad. I will
Totally
say.
right. We're bringing back multiplayer on all the games with their own dedicated servers.
That's actually pretty cool. But
It is pretty cool, but it's also saying, please suck my dick.
also,
Okay.
GTA 5 for PS4.
Yay! I want to buy it. I want to play it.
Cool.
I'll play it more than a
Isn't
PS3
that-
version.
Isn't that
Still
coming out
not
on
on
PC too
Yes, PC,
it's
PS4,
next
and
month?
Xbox. Xbox.
It's not next
Xbox
month,
One. No.
No.
No. PC is later on, but the next gen
sure?
consoles are getting it sooner. Yes.
Yeah,
I
the
could've sworn-
PC's always last.
I could have sworn.
Yeah.
That, I
Let
could've
me
s-
check here.
I could have sworn that on the Steam page it says November.
Oh
Let me check to make sure.
no,
here.
you're getting the HD version of San Andreas, like
Sweet.
the
Oh,
Xbox
that's-
360's
that's-
getting.
That's a
No
legitimate
complaints.
thing too.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
like.
that's
Oh, by
legitimate.
the way,
Oh my god.
it's a rezzed up version. It's like, who's buying this?
Yeah,
I
we're
played
getting.
Grand Theft Auto 4. Just do it.
GTA 4 is good.
It was a good game. I played through it. I was very sad at the end.
I haven't.
with
I
the
haven't
ending that
gotten
I
that
picked.
far in it.
I was like so sad. I was like, what happened? Actually, I was very confused by it. I was like, Grand Theft Auto game made me feel bad. My feelings? I cared about this character. Oh, why?
So there is quite a bit of stuff coming out in the next while, and I know we're all looking for our own stuff.
While.
I mean, that's about it for big releases anyway, and I guess future releases will come as they come.
Obviously.
Come they go.
So that'll be us out for tonight, I believe. Anyone
Well,
else got
this-
some last couple words or something?
Well, this podcast wasn't a total train wreck, so
Fuck you, Sly.
yay.
God damn it, Sly. All right.
Only because I was here.
Let's play
I-
with each other's ducktails.
You say that, Sly, but the podcast did cut out while you were talking. So eat
Good
shit.
news
All right.
how
shit.
awesome I was.
Droning on and on. Everyone is Russian.
So yeah, like this video if you like the podcast. Subscribe if you like Podcast Supreme and you want to hear more. We're gonna.
Oh, we're not going to shamelessly plug ourselves this time?
That's what I'm
it's
doing.
on our channel.
Oh.
Why'd you have so much time to watch this video?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Go make out with a person.
Why aren't you watching
Of
somebody
your
else's
preferred
video?
gender.
Like,
Go
Pat the
on
NES
Twitch
punk.
and watch things.
Yeah, go
The-
go to our
Just-
Twitch page.
Oh, yeah.
And
Let
watch
I
Bailey.
it.
stream Monster Hunter every Monday.
I play Xenoblade whenever the fuck I want.
I stream Jaws on the NES. Every
Sometimes Brave streams on the wrong channel.
Yeah, it happens from time to time, but generally when I'm not streaming on the main channel, which is twitch.tv/GloveSelfGames,
Wink.
I am generally on my other channel, but I'm not going to advertise it because I don't generally want people there, because all I do is really bad speedruns. So,
Great.
but as I said, our Twitch channel is twitch.tv/GloveSelfGames,
hmm
and our
Tonight.
YouTube channel is, since you're already here probably,
Just click our
YouTube.
page. You don't have to say that,
Just
Jordan.
click.
All right.
It's the same name.
I know. I'm just saying. Well, the thing is, we're doing Podcast Supreme, so you know.
Podcast Supreme, bro.
All right.
Podcast.
So I guess that's everything.
Yeah. So,
On Monday, we'll be streaming Mega Man Soccer for your enjoyment.
Yeah.
It's a real game.
For your enjoyment and non-enjoyment.
It's a real game. Look it up.
Anyway.
Enjoy
I will-
enjoy the non-content.
I will definitely have to watch. I've never heard of such a ridiculously awesome
It's a thing, and I own it.
Thank you guys.
I own it. Yeah.
Thank
And I own it.
you guys for watching Podcast Supreme, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for lasting this long.
Thank you for watching us. Still
Truly,
picture
you
on a
have
YouTube video.
great willpower.
Yes.
Yeah. No kidding.
And fuck you, Sly.